Step into the lab, it's Melly Mel on the scene. The kitchen scientist keeping everything clean. Facing trial and error with a side of prayer. Building up a life with a brand new flair. Heart, body, mind, yeah, they're all in line. Stepping in the light, watch the vision shine. Accuracy, harmony, led by the grace. I'm finding my rhythm, I'm finding my pace. Come join the journey.
Hi, welcome to Melly Mel. This is my journey. Part of my journey is showing that I'm an author, and my second book that I'm writing is called The Kitchen Scientist. So, welcome to my lab. Today, we're going to talk about how to juice. There's many options. Some people don't have a juicer. I have a juicer, a NutriBullet juicer, and then I have a blender. I can show you how to still be able to get the consistency of juice and still achieve the shot. Today's concoction is going to be beets. So 4 beets. I've already cleaned, I've already washed and peeled all the fruits and vegetables that I need for them each. So there's equal fruits for the bullet and for the juicer. So we can also see like how much is produced from both with like an accuracy, and we'll be able. I didn't peel the grapefruit, but I have it on the blend side because I want to. We're gonna end up having to use a bottle of water for the blender because it needs the liquid to blend. But I will squeeze out as much grapefruit so I could use the natural waters. And so we also have ginger. I have like 4, like half an inch for each. I think ginger is the secret ingredient to weight loss encouragement. I think that is so important to like be a part of your diet. It's a spicy ingredient, so be mindful. Me, I like a little spice, and I like the fact that all the amazing benefits that come from ginger. So I like to put at least 2 inches each for my weekly shots because I like to taste the spice. What happens with the ginger, it gives you like a heat. The more ginger you put in, the more heat you will have. So if you like the heat, stay by the stove. And then we have 4 lemons each. So I just peeled them. And carrots. I have about, I don't know, I didn't count, but they're even on both sides. So there's that. And I think that's it. So let's do it. Let's see. I'll start with the juicer because it's a lot faster. So there's one pro for the juicer. The juicer is the fastest. My only thing with the juicer is that as you juice the pulp, I like to repurpose the pulp. I like to make bread and cookies and things like that because the pulp is essential. It's actually still has a lot of nutrients in it. So I support using pulp as an ingredient as like if it was carrots, just use the carrots. So like I'm gonna do carrots first in my juicer so that I could put the pulp for carrots aside. But ultimately, you could keep it in there and infuse all the ingredients and then use that pulp to make like a cake, a pound, some whatever. You can use it to bake, stuff like that. So I'll start with the juicer because it's the fastest. Turn it on. So this NutriBullet juicer, what I like about it is it's simple. It's not like all these other buttons. It's not gonna confuse me to like what I like beyond. So it's low, high, and turbo. I would use high for carrots because carrots is tough to break down, but not too much. I think turbo will be a bit much. I think beets I would probably use turbo because it's a more of a soft, like a harder. Lemons I would use low and high or turbo for ginger. Definitely probably ginger turbo because it also is not ingredient that like carries a lot of juice. So I guess I would try my to use that for that. So let's do it. And then you just tip it over just to make sure you get all your juice. And that is a lot of carrot juice actually. So I'm loving that. So if you're wondering why like I have it like this, because I lost the protectors. Normally the NutriBullet juicer has like a lock, so you don't need a cup or anything. You could just lift it at the end, the satisfying factor. But unfortunately, mine is no longer, so I'm having to use this, which is perfectly fine for me. So there's that. Let me show you the pulp. And so this is the pulp, and I wanted to show you because, in my opinion, see, look, and it's still wet. Let me show you. Look at my hand. It's wet. To me, I like to use the blender because I could strain the pulp. I could strain this pulp as well, like to get as much juice as possible. But ultimately, if I'm gonna strain this pulp, then I might as well blend, infuse, strain, and try to get it as dry as possible so I could get all the juices. So I'm gonna show you like with the NutriBullet blender how to get the juice consistency. Like I said, the good thing about the pro about the juicer is that you could it's like quick. You don't have to add like water for like blending or whatever. Me, as I blend, I'm using right now regular H2O bottled water, but I would prefer to use coconut water because it has just to add the intentional additional benefits. So let's see. What did I put it in? Okay. So one of the great benefits of blending versus juicing, like I said, the pulp gets is not like strained, and clearly you saw big chunks still in the juicer. But with the blender, you're for certain gonna get it all broken down and into like a puree, so it's easier to strain. So you get like a strainer, and I'm in my mother's house, so I'm using her her pot because I can't find her stuff. Yeah, there we go. And then you could just look to make sure it's the consistency. I think I would blend it a little more because I see the chunks. You see? I think that's good. Then this video is a great opportunity because I'm actually making shots for my mom and I'm making shots for me. So I'm gonna let her choose which one she would like to use it, like prefer. Would she prefer the juicer from the juicer or the juice from the blender? I'm excited. Either way, for me, I can do both. So whatever. So boom, and I'm gonna show you. It sits there, and then it's coming up. So you'll still get the consistency. But that takes forever. So I get me a spatula. I prefer, anything you need, a spoon, whatever would do. I like to just push it down, push it. I didn't mean to do that or say that. And then you see as you press down all the juice, it just does this thing. And you keep, ooh. So don't do that. I'm gonna have to double strain it after it's done. That's okay. Like just. And then, so it's a lot of work, straining. So a person possibly who doesn't want to do all the things, that's why we have these equipments, right? Because we don't want to do the extra work. So if you just want to be boom, 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 juicer is the best way to go. But if you don't have one, can't afford one, whatever, because for a long time I couldn't. And what was interesting, I was finally able to get the juicer, and I was all excited. I was like, yay, I'm on my journey to get my gastric sleeve. I was taking it so serious. I wanted to be able to have all the tools and equipment. I did all the research. I watched all the YouTubes. I was like, hey, what could be the best affordable? And the NutriBullet juicer was top during the time. This was about 4 years ago. It was one of the, I think about 4 years ago. And it was one of the best choices that was affordable, and so that's the one that I got. And honestly, to be honest with you, I started using it, and I realized the pulp was not giving all the juice. So I just stopped using it, and I started to strain it and I found myself having more. But to me, I think there's something about it just being its natural waters than actual adding water. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get back to you about that because I gotta ask Dr. Renata how to explain the benefits, or if there is not a benefit of adding water, because you need the water for the blend to strain. So as this continues for me to strain it until it's basically the pulp is dry, and I want it dry, but it's not gonna be dry. It's gonna be, this spatula is way too big for me, for what I'm doing. I never use this to do it. That's why a lot of it's for me, because I'm not used to this, like her tools. So, but there's that. I'm gonna keep straining it to show you how soft. And that's why for me, I'm gonna make, like with this pulp, I'm gonna make a carrot cake, and therefore I don't have to use as much, like, milk or anything like that. The moisture is gonna come from the pulp. So I love that. It always tastes good. You can't taste like that. It's just like carrots, like how I would do carrot cake. So I'm back. Had a mishap. Forgot to put the cup underneath so that the NutriBullet. I literally went put the beat and I had an episode, so I have to redo it. But again, now we're gonna do the bullet, lemon, ginger, and beet. We'll infuse that pulp. So we'll blend it and we'll also juice it. The juice is so fast that I could just 1, 2, 3 that one, get that done, and then this one. Like I said, I'm not here to down one product over the other. It's really to help anybody who doesn't have a juicer but like still wants to juice but can't understand how to get like the consistency. So this is all, and also to show if you're deciding to buy a blender, is it worth it? Because look at the pros, look at the cons. Should I get the blender to do the juicing still because I can strain? Like, it's all up to you, like, in my opinion. So, let's begin. So, boom, boom, boom. Okay, finally did this. Ooh, Lord. Jesus. Okay. Let me get a couple of this. It. Make sure it's off. Okay. And this here, I like to mix it first. Right? Just to mix it to get you the shot effect, that you get to see that. So, and I like it to be cold, so I will not be drinking this until it's cold. So, like, there's the shot for the week and a half, because I actually tried to make enough for 2 weeks, but this is not going to be enough for 2 weeks. But I will tell you, this here inside your body, you will be doing healing. You will feel better. You will be excited to use the bathroom, because I have always had like digestive concerns, like, stomach pains and a lot of that. Like, I used to all my life almost wake up every day in pain. So having this, like, detox, like, clean my intestines, and in a soft way. Like, it breaks it down softly, so it's not a strain or discomfort. It promotes many wonderful benefits that will allow us to grow and align our bodies, our mind and hearts to God, and be grateful for the things that God has given us. So here is the drink. This is what the juicer one has. So let's put a mark for the juicer here. So there's my line. There's my line, no liar. So there's that. My light went out. They don't want me to be great. I don't care. Anyway, so now I'm just left to continue. Ooh, Jesus. I'm just left to continue doing so the juicer one finished. We're done with the juicer one. This one is done. This one can be closed and sealed away, jarred and put away into the refrigerator and ready for you to take your shots in the morning. This is a morning shot. And now I just have to sit and put some music on and just sit there and strain. So this is the same concoction, but now I just have to drain it. So just like I did with the carrots, so I'll be back, charge my light because I want to be great, and also we'll be able to just see like how much juice we get from the blender. We'll put it in this jar so that we'll be able to see like, you know, like I said, it's going to be more. It's regular math. It's 1 + 1. If you're gonna add water to the equation of the blender, of course you're gonna have more than the juicer. However, I feel that even so, with the blender, it being blended and broken down, it's no possibilities to mishap and lose opportunity of juice versus the juicer. And what I'm trying to say is the blender will break these little pieces down. It irks me because it's not a little. It's just not one. It's a lot of pieces that are huge. So look at this. It's like the carrots are still carrot. I'm gonna blend this, and I'm gonna use this to get all the juice out of it because I can tell. Anyway, so I'll be back. So we have completed the task of juicing. So you have this right here now is the blender one. So we marked off where it had, here was where the juicer stopped. This is where the juicer was. It's right there. So I emptied it out and I put the juice from the juicer in here so I could measure how much the blender with the added water, what that amount was. And clearly, like we already knew scientifically, hypothesis was that of course it would have more, you know? It's the same amount of carrots, beets, ginger, and lemon. If you don't like the taste, it's a little earthy taste because of the beets, add a pineapple. You know, like, it's okay. These, you know, I promote and encourage fruit and vegetables, you know. So there you have it. You have two ways to juice. You can juice, if you have the juicer, congratulations. If you don't have a juicer and you only have a blender, you can still juice. And there's your options. That concoction is one of my favorite shots to take in the morning. I don't just do it for the reprogramming. I continue to do it after reprogramming because it gives me all the vitamins and nutrients, antioxidants, and all the things that I am confident is going to help you lose weight, maintain your weight, provide internal, like, positive energy and sources to healing in this world. How you look in the outside is not the true story. It's how you feel in the inside. So I believe that because in order for me to be healed and whole, I had to work on my mind and my heart, which is internal, and then now my body. So yes, I work out. Yes, I'm active. I have 2 young boys, one who's a sports dude. So I'm constantly running around, and that's why I care so much about my health and longevity, so that I can share this information, so that I can live long with my kids, and run and be healthy and just be active. I was on a gastric sleeve surgery journey, I never struggled with my weight. Growing up, I was always slim. I always had curves my whole entire life. But I went through a valley in my life, and I ended up emotionally eating, and I ended up gaining 259 pounds. And originally, I went to my PCP, and I wanted to receive help on how to get back to myself. And the first doctor that I went to did not listen to me. They basically was like telling me like go see a social worker, right? So I changed my doctor and I went and Dr. Bailey, he listened. He said, okay, let's get some blood work. Let's see what it is. Could it be thyroid? Is it this? You know, that right there, that seed that Dr. Bailey's put into to see and was concerned about me, it was the first step to my journey. And he signed me up for a nutritionist. That's where I met Dr. Renata. And with Dr. Renata's information and knowledge and support and understanding body, because nobody's body is the same. My journey was so unique and complex because I went through that journey, and then my mouth had to go through a journey, and so it caused my palate to change. And then I wasn't getting the iron, and then I wasn't. I was like, I was having all these, obstacles that was affecting me, but I ended up losing all that weight. I went down to 140. But with Dr. Renata, we tried to do all the things. That's how I got all the information and logic on food and how to treat it and how to use it like a tool opposed to gluttony. So I was able to get that information, use it, and unfortunately, during this time, I was trying to lose the weight without the surgery, and I couldn't get past 240, like 245. I couldn't. And so I went through the process. You have to see a psychologist. You have to go through a whole process just to be cleared for your surgery. When I was cleared for my surgery, I was given instructions to do a liquid diet for 2 weeks. And I'm not gonna lie, like that was one of the hardest things for me at the time, because now I can fast like it's nobody's business. But during that time, like I would do things like I would chew food, not swallow it. I would just chew it just for the taste and then spit it out. But I went through a lot. I was watching like YouTubes like of people eating how much sushi they could have, like, and things like that. Or the spiciest this and the spiciest that. Just to like soothe that perspective, which is when I realized that I had to really internally work on that. But if it wasn't for Dr. Renata and Dr. Bailey to hear my story, to help me get back to my natural state, I was able to do the liquid diet. When I tell you, I was the day of surgery, you have to get on the scale again. And when I tell you I finally passed 245, just doing the liquid diet, just drinking water, broth, and and I ended up losing an additional weight. So I went down to 238, and I was like, "What? Are you serious?" So like I could have did this, and I could have lost all this weight, but I was thinking this on my way to surgery. Like it was already too late. I already went this far. And the healing process was hard. My surgeon, Dr. Dolan, amazing, handsome. Anyway, he was amazing. And he was super care. The nurses at the hospital were not the nicest, but it's okay. I was able to take care of myself. I sat for the day and a half that I was there for healing. I did not lay down because they did not help me get up. It was so uncomfortable, but that's neither here nor there. The thing about this particular surgery and procedure, 80% people who get the surgery end up back where they started or worse because of it. And when I realized how accurate and true that was taunting me to stay on the track. The first year was super intense, super awesome because the weight starts to shed off. You know, you are the leader of where you want to go. So I ended up losing so much weight. I went down to 145, 140. And then life happened again, and I ate myself back up to 190, 191. And so, or it was like 194 or something. It was something bad, close to where I started. Originally, like the surgery I had was for nothing. So I had to mentally, first of all, get my mind and my heart aligned. And that's how I ended up with the victory in me, doing the shadow work, you know, staying close to the Lord, everything with God in it. And now I'm here working on my kitchen sciences, finding all the tools, all the meals, and all the things that you need intentionally to help you feel good about yourself in the process of losing weight and maintaining your weight and watching me on my journey. I have so many more cool things that I'm doing that I'm so excited about to share with you on my journey. But ultimately, I just want to help people understand like what I would have done different. I probably would have never did the surgery if I would have saw that doing the liquid reprogram, that how much I lost on just doing that. I would have took it. I would have respected water more, and liquid more. But I had to go through this process. So now that I'm back in this specific journey of aligning my body and mind and heart to be one, to the goal weight of 140 again. That's where I want to go with it. And right now, I'm 190. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see this journey, and I hope that like anybody who's interested in losing weight or just wanting to like have a realistic perspective, I'm not giving this information just off of facts and Google research. You know, this is my life testimony, and this is me showing you how it works. The fruits, the vegetables, they work for you. They're your tools. They're your power. You know, and it's all about knowing your body, knowing what your body can intake, knowing what your body can't intake. And through my program to share, I'm writing my kitchen sciences, God and everything. And I'm going to share all my secrets of how I don't call them, I call them secrets because it's like I had to learn these things the hard way. No one really gave me the information besides Dr. Renata and the support of Dr. Bailey. I will not take that away from him. And then the aftercare of like post surgery, it was so difficult because they gave me this post surgery packet of what to do, but there's no options on how to do it. There's no like, okay, they had one for like dessert or something like that. It was a cottage cheese cheesecake, and I tried it, and it was amazing. But now just imagine if there were options for people on this journey. You don't have to turn back to like gluttony or like unhealthy fried, and you can stay in the realm of your palate, your natural tongue palate of, comfort, but also stay healthy. It's a lifestyle. It's not a diet. This is not something that I'm doing so I can be skinny. This is not that. This is about health. This is about being strong mentally because you need willpower, discipline in order to move forward in your body, your mind, your heart, and body have to be aligned with your willpower and discipline. You have to have it in this order so that you take it serious. So yeah, I'm so excited. This video was really just to show you about the NutriBullet and the NutriJuice, and like how much juice you can get out of making the morning shot that I do every morning on an empty stomach. Right, literally when I wake up. I don't brush my teeth before I take it either because it's kind of, if it's too spicy, oh Lord, that tongue will feel it. And I get hot and sweaty, but I don't mind it. But yeah, so I really hope this helps somebody in their journey to be comfortable and confident and take the steps. Don't rush it. Nothing good comes easy. Nothing good comes easy, and nothing good often comes fast. Like, it's a process. True quality things come from process. It's the sweat, it's the tears, it's the hard work, it's the times where you feel like you're gonna quit, but you keep on going. It's those moments that give you the character. It's in the Bible. Like, hard work is to make us better people, to make us stronger characters, to preserve us. So I think that fighting through the urges and things like that is important, but how hard is that if you don't have the options and the tools and the mechanisms to reprogram yourself? Your mind has to be reprogrammed so that your body can understand. You don't eat because it's a good, fun thing to do. Yeah, you're a foodie, but guess what? Are you a foodie with logic and knowledge to understand what this food is going to do to you later? Everything you put in your body is a part of who you will be in the next day. What you eat today, you're not going to poop today. So that's what I want to say to that. Like, it takes time. So even your poop has a process. So with the morning shot, it will give you a chance to give your intestines a soothing, calm way to do its job by using the foods of the earth that God's provided for us to heal our insides and maintain a proper structure. That's really what I'm doing. That's how I'm moving, and that's my thought process. So I really hope that this works and helps for someone. I mean, it works. It works. Certainly it works, because I'm a living testimony. And as I'm writing my book, my first book was a testimony of me coming out of the valley with God. With God. God is the victory in me. The same victory in me is the same victory in all of us, right? So now, God in everything, that's my mantra. That's what I believe. That's what I don't do anything without God. So He gave me permission today to have the strength, the energy, the courage, and the confidence to share the wisdom that was presented and taught to me. And I wanted to share that because information should be free. Now, I'm making a Kitchen Scientist, God in Everything magazine book. It's not going to be free because I'm putting my hard efforts and creativity into sharing and putting all the information to make it an easy read and make it beautiful and be a thing that you use like in your kitchen to have just like to help you move forward in being healthy. And please like, comment, and subscribe. Please. Like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you're interested in my author's journey, writing my next book, helping publish other books, and seeing the upcoming testimonies that I'm going to be sharing on my next videos. I'm so excited to open up and like step out of my shell because I'm never shy. I'm always confident, but I've never been comfortable in front of a camera. So here's that. So thank you for your time and listening. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me, like, what is your favorite fruit? What is a hard habit that you can't break that is about dieting? Like, what is your struggles? Tell me how I can help you. Like, if you have any questions about weight loss and how to like connect that to God, like that's why I know it's so important. Our bodies is our temple, so we have to treat ourselves with grace and kindness and do what's right for our flesh, so that our spirit who resides in us can live in comfort and purpose. So that's all. Ask me anything and be kind and compassionate. That's all. See you next time.
Come join the journey down the road. Getting everything that's the secret code. Raising frequency, let the family high. Come join the journey. Watch us touch the sky. Journey down the road. Getting everything that's the secret code. Raising frequency, let the family high. Come join the journey. Watch us touch the sky. Patience in the bowl, power in my soul. Every single lesson makes a broken heart whole. Measuring the moment, stirring in the peace. Hand to the heavens, let the joy increase. Not perfect, just present, not guessing, just guided. Love is the place where the truth is provided.